It's connecting information across text, across a paragraph or across a chapter or across a text. Reorganisation. And we need to do it more than we realise. Almost everything you read, unconsciously, as proficient readers in comprehension, you are connecting information across that text, whether it be information about the plot, information about the characters, non-fiction information. You actually are doing it when you're reading a newspaper, when you're reading magazines. It's there, but we perhaps don't always realise it. And the reason it was put in the terms of hierarchy of difficulty, why reorganisation is considered to be easier than inference is, in reorganisation, the information is stated for you. It's actually there, literally, but it's separated. It's not necessarily grouped together. Whereas we've talked about inferential and implied, not all the words are there for you. So hence, the need to be able to reorganise information and connect across text as you go. If we get out the NAPLAN materials that we had earlier, just to have a quick look at one of the questions there. On that first page, question 17, that front page, that question 17, at the end of Australian Story, what happened to Emu's wings? As I've written there for you, making links between directly stated ideas in a text. And the data on that is grade 5, 66% were correct in NAPLAN 2008, and grade 3, 51%. So starting to get a picture about what reorganisation is, and he's making links between stated information. That's really what it is. Reorganisation is not the term that everybody would use for that particular skill. If you turn over to what would be page 3 for us, headed with grade 5 reading, just turn over one page. Question 5. Again, that's that same question. That's the one, grade 5 reading, 66% were correct. We see it's nice that grade 5, a high percentage of students were correct, but what do you think about that data, 51 to 66? Not so good. It might be, now that's only one question. We need to check if that pattern continues, but it is something that can alert us to what we might need to look at. No, that's the only one. Okay. So just to be aware that it is in NAPLAN, it is something that we said we do as proficient readers, and be clear about what it is. Can I direct your attention to the questions up here in green on Jupiter? What is the name of the ancient Roman king of the gods? What makes Jupiter quite easy to see in the night sky, etc.? Do they seem like straightforward questions that we might have asked students? Nothing in particular. What did the first astronomers think about Jupiter? They seem like everyday and ordinary questions. I'm going to show you some material now that you can match the text with those questions. Each of them, in fact, asks for reorganisation or connecting directly stated information. Again, I'm using the probe materials to explain this to you. Not saying that you need to use them, but just to explain the concept. Near your table, you'll see a practice sheet. What I'd like you to do is read through this text and then have a look at the questions and backtrack into the text and see, how it asks students to reorganise the information or what they needed to connect across the directly stated information. Is that? Yeah, have a look. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Easily across paragraphs, across pages, across chapters, across texts. And that's ultimately, that's the vision for where we need to be heading with students. Yes.
Sorry, I just sort of subconsciously just looked at the keywords in the question and then match them with a keyword in the just scan.
Before we go to lunch, can I ask you to turn over onto the back? And I've given 2 other pieces of text there without the questions. Have a read and see 2 things. As you're reading, see if you can be consciously aware of the information that you're connecting as you go, because we mainly do it unconsciously. And also, can you create some questions around those texts that talking to students about reorganisation? Very hard. Have a go.